was kind of playing around with it, and I was actually going to put the seat on the other side, then I noticed a little dent in just a little indent there, and it kind of had this going on. So that was an obvious mouth. And I just put I cut a piece of more bitumen granite and created a little eye there. And I'm going to call it Humpback seat, because if you look at it, it's almost like the gnarliness of a humpback whale, little mouth and eye.
It's not bad just like that. I wouldn't say it's the most comfortable seat I've ever made, but it has its little spots, you can nestle into it. Again, I could have carved all this out, but then how can you take a grinder to that? You just couldn't do it, could you? So consequently, you just got to find the comfy spot and nestle into it. It's not bad just there. You can lie on it. It's almost like a wave. It's got like a barrel starting to happen there. So nice to finally have this on the front veranda. I've spent years and years and years looking at this piece of timber. I just had no idea what I was going to make out of it.
Yeah, it's an amazing piece of timber, this. It was a big old Marri limb, and this was up the other way. It was kind of growing like under an arm, under a bough. Along a riverbank, it came down in a big storm. The farmer spotted it and salvaged it probably 20 years ago. I've had it for about 15, trying to work out what to do with it. Such an unusual piece of timber, I just didn't want to. I started out thinking I'd carve into it, but it's just, as soon as you do that, you lose all that beautiful, all that amazing texture that's on it, just all the knobbles and bumps. So in the end, I just went for a pretty basic, simple seat. So I've just suspended, using a couple of big stainless steel pins, I've suspended a nice big slab of jarrah off the front of it, which was quite a job getting them into here. My drill bit was a little small, so I had to heat the forge up and actually burn the holes out so they were big enough to take the stainless steel pins I've used. Now that they're in there, this thing will hang off this lump of wood for centuries. Look at the colour coming out of this jarrah. This is a beautiful slab of jarrah too, I must say. You know, I want to take all that oil back off the timber. It's soaked in. It's already had about 4 coats. And this is purely the final coat. A couple of days we're going to take this to the gallery and put it out the front veranda. And I don't know where it's going to end up. There she is, Humpback seat.
And just all the texture in this timber, I mean, they're like veins. It's almost like it is a creature. They have a personality, pieces of timber like this. And I wonder when I'm making them where it's going to end up, and how many things it's going to see, how many people are going to sit on it, stand on it, play on it. That's what's amazing about making things like this, is that they have a life of their own that goes on. I mean, it'll outlive me, it'll outlive my kids, probably going to outlive my grandkids, who knows. It's going to take a long time for this piece of timber to biodegrade. And they say everything ends up landfill these days, but I don't know, I like to think things like this won't become landfill, because they'll be treasured, years to come, when there's, we're not cutting down trees anymore much around the world. We're farming plantation timbers, so timbers like this are just going to be so rare and revered. I can't imagine this ever becoming landfill. Maybe that's just my ego getting carried away with itself. But I just look at all the grain over here. What caused it to do that? What caused it to grow like that?